Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. I'm excited to announce that this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet, and they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They come in a variety of sizes, including this new 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks while wanting a little bit of space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and you don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase. Well, this box is the perfect solution. Find out if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Kevin. Huge thanks to Kevin and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Kevin has been out of Magic for a long time. Similar to me, he had a family and kids are expensive. But recently he's gotten back into Magic. He also kept his old cards. While looking through his old cards, he found a copy of Divine Intervention and was wanting to put it into a commander deck. So Kevin asked me to help build him a combination group hug/prison deck. We can't win the game, but neither can anyone else. He also asked that I keep the deck under $150, not counting the copy of Divine Intervention, of course. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Divine Intervention is an 8-mana enchantment first printed in Legends. It comes into the battlefield with 2 intervention counters on it. At the beginning of our upkeep, we remove an intervention counter. When we remove the last intervention counter, the game ends in a draw. So Kevin wanted a deck built around this card. He also wanted both group hug effects, as well as enough prison, stacks, and control to grind the game to a halt. He didn't know what commander to go with though, so I decided to go with one of my favorite commanders, Pramikon Sky Rampart. Pramikon Sky Rampart is a 3-mana legendary wall with flying and defender. When it enters the battlefield, we choose left or right. Each player may only attack the nearest opponent in the chosen direction, or planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. Pramikon means we can point the player running dinosaurs or dragons somewhere other than us. Of course, if we have Spark double copying Pramikon, that means no one gets to attack, which suits us just fine. What other nasty combos can we come up with for under $150? Well, before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. 10 pieces of card advantage. 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal. 2 to 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate. 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower. Exotic Orchard. Mystic Monastery. Shivan Reef, Battlefield Forge, Adarkar Wastes, Temple of Epiphany, Temple of Triumph, Temple of Enlightenment, Silverbluff Bridge, Rustvale Bridge, Razortide Bridge, Izzet Guildgate, Boros Guildgate, Azorius Guildgate, Izzet Boilerworks, Boros Garrison, Azorius Chancery, Swiftwater Cliffs, Windscarred Crag, Tranquil Cove, Scavenger Grounds, 5 Islands, 5 Mountains, and 5 Plains make up our land base. Grand Arbiter Augustin IV, Mana Flare, Ghirapur Orrery, Bucknerd's Everfull Purse, Solemn Simulacrum, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Creativity, Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Progress, Izzet Signet, Boros Signet, and Azorius Signet make up our mana ramp package. Kami of the Crescent Moon, Dictative Crewfix, Humble Defector, Quain Itinerant Meddler, Mind's Aglow, Howling Mine, Folio of Fancies, Pendant of Prosperity, Vision Skeins, and Words of Wisdom make up our card advantage package, as well as most of our group hug effects. Swords to Plowshares, Role Reversal, Chaos Warp, Wrong Turn, Arcane Denial, Generous Gift, Narset's Reversal, Path to Exile, Counterspell, Dovin's Veto, Abrade, Boros Charm, and Commit Memory make up our interaction package. Aetherize, Wrath of God, and Blasphemous Act help us to reset the board. But to help us reset the game, we've also got World Purge, Karn Liberated, and of course the key card in the deck, Divine Intervention. Spark Double pairs well with our commander, locking anyone out from attacking. Lavinia, Azorius Renegade, is great for preventing certain combos. Aven Mind Sensor and Leonin Arbiter serve the same purpose, preventing tutors, or at least slowing them down. Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, and Windborne Muse also help to protect us from any go-wide strategies. Rule of Law, Archon of Emeria, Godpharaoh Statue, and Spelltithe Enforcer help us against Spellslinger decks. Tidal Barracuda is one of my favorite Magic cards, as it's both protection and a group hug effect. Soulless Jailer helps shut down graveyard strategies. Hushbringer should be obvious and shuts down a whole host of strategies. Arbiter of Null Ridge is another mini reset button. Aura of Silence to slow down enchantment and artifact decks. Platinum Angel and Angel's Grace both prevent us from losing the game. Finally, Decree of Silence, combined with Solemnity, prevent our opponents from casting any spells. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of interaction or spot removal, 3 board wipes, plus 3 more ways to reset the game, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory, Soulless Jailer, and Scavenger Grounds. No sudden I win cards, but that's not the point of a deck like this. A deck like this is supposed to stall out the game for as long as possible. We're going to be playing for hours and hours. You're here to play forever and ever. Won't that be fun? Do you have a prison deck? What about a group hug deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix Device, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Richard, Pob Zombie, Mark, Danny, Alex, John, Ignis, Daniel, Steve, and Kevin. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.